Someone who's had to deal with her fair share of cheating rumors regarding her husband, Offset, is Grammy award-winning rapper Cardi B. Cardi recently opened up to Harper's Bazaar in their March issue about how she and Offset are taking things slow since getting back together and how they're working on repairing their trust. However, there is one thing Cardi refuses to do with Offset: see a therapist. Cardi revealed that Offset begged her to go to marriage counseling, but she says it's not going to happen. Cardi said, quote, "Nobody makes my decisions about my life but me. There's no counselor or nothing that could make me change my mind."
Wow,
I know,
that's interesting.
So, ladies, do you agree with Cardi that seeing a marriage counselor would be a major invasion of privacy?
Okay, I don't get in grown folks' business, but after reading about them, I think her thing is she know what the issue was, and he knew what the issue was, and she checked him, and now they doing okay. And so sometimes that's what happens. You don't necessarily need a counselor if you have your own method of fixing it.
That is true.
And I think that's what she's saying.
If that's the case, then that's amazing that they're working it out. For any person out there in general, though, who isn't open to therapy,
Right.
That concerns me only because therapy doesn't necessarily mean that they have to weigh in and you have to make a decision based on whatever
And they're
the
telling
therapist
you
says.
what to do.
Therapy is for people in general to learn the art of communication and to open up and to be able to speak whatever's going on in here. Because whatever's going on in here, if you let it fester in here, it could funk, it could rot, and it could come out in different ways in your actions that you didn't intend. And so I just think therapy is smart for people. For anything, it's to listen to each other speak and to voice your opinion so that you clear the air for yourself, you get healthy inside.
It's always nice, that's very true, it's always nice to have a third party involved that is not involved, you know, with your life. And sometimes on the outside, they can see a better perspective on what's going inside, because sometimes when you're in it, you can't, you know, really see it. I'm a big advocate for, you know, therapy. I studied psychology, so maybe it's just something that I truly love. But marriage counseling was very, very important for Adam and I before we got married. I think, you know, you should definitely, you know, really love the counselor, respect, you know, the counselor, and make sure that the counselor has both of your needs in, you know, in consideration. And there was one thing that my counselor told me that just stuck with me, and I'm happy we did it, but he said, you know, sometimes marriage is hard. And I love that he was very honest from, you know, from the get-go. And he said, it's really important, you know how sometimes you build walls when you have, you know, an argument? It's really important not to build a wall so high and out of bricks that you can't, you know, tear it down. So when you have an issue, you have to hit it head on and deal with it right in that moment. So you don't deal... No,
it doesn't build walls.
Yes.
Yeah, I
and
think
you have grudges.
But like I said, in the case of Cardi, she's very outspoken already. I think she's a very open person. So I think that's the reason why she made. I don't think she's saying nobody else should get it. I think for her, she understands where she wants to be. And so far, it's working for her. So, you know, I commend her for, you know, being even open to say, no, we're not going to go. We're going to work this out together. Because sometimes you got to know what's happening with your man. You know, if both of you are honest, knowing both of them, I think they're being honest with each other.
And I think therapy only works when both parties are open to it.
Exactly.
If one is shut down, then...
And it was impressive to me that Offset wanted it.
I know.
Why, but I thought about that.
Like,
I told y'all, he's phenomenal.
If that's true, that's
he's
amazing.
He's a phenomenal young man, you know. But like I said, I think those are temptations that are happening. He's got to control those temptations, and I think that's, you know, I'm just saying what I say.
I'm here for therapy, and I totally think that is a helpful thing. I think it gives you great tools to handle certain hard moments in your marriage. But I also believe that you can't rely on therapy to fix things.
Totally not.
Like I can't rely on therapy if I'm in a marriage with somebody that I'm not in love with and they're not in love with me. I don't think there's any phenomenal therapist in the world that suddenly is going to make me fall madly in love with somebody that I'm just not in love with.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And it gets weird, people.
Absolutely. You don't want it to get weird.